Good morning, everyone, and welcome back to Coffee and Headlines, our daily get-together live here on Facebook every day of the week, 10:30 in the morning, where we take a look at current headlines, comments, questions, ideas, and suggestions that we can all share amongst ourselves so that we can have an amazing life here in Puerto Vallarta, in Mexico, as a community of English-speaking locals. It is always a pleasure to welcome you here every single day. And if this is the first time that you are here, please let us know. And you can do that by writing the word new in your comments. And that way we will give you a wonderful welcome. And also, if you have anything important that you wish to share with us during the broadcast, it helps a lot if you add a cue to the beginning of your comment so that we can properly acknowledge it during the broadcast. If we don't get to it for one reason or another, I take a look at all the comments after the broadcast and I gladly and cheerfully answer everything that I can. As always, we take a look at who's joining us on this Wednesday. It's February 17th. It's Wednesday, which means that we're going to go walking. Every Wednesday, we take a walk around a new place or a neighborhood in town just to find out what's going on there. But first, let us say hello to a few friends, such as David. Good morning. Bucerias is in the house. Good to see you, Diane. What a great photograph of yours. I love it. Den woke up from the rain last night. I didn't feel any rain. I was just sleeping, but it's a good thing that it rained a little bit. Let's see, what else do we have? Chris is joining us here, and it's getting warmer in Winnipeg. That's good to know. Fernando is on his way. Saludos. ¿Cómo estás, Fernando? And let's see what else. Marcus is at the beach. Thank you very much for such sweet remarks. St. Petersburg is in the house. And oh my God, it rained last night. Michal, I missed it. I was busy sleeping, I suppose. I don't know what time it rained, but I'm glad that it did. Let's see, what else do we have? Good, boom, boom, boom. Eric, I miss you. My friend Eric, who ended up having to go back to the States for personal reasons. And I miss you and your husband. I wish you guys well. I hope you can come back to Puerto Vallarta sometime in the near future, so we can do our usual Sunday walks as we enjoy to do so much. Margaret Barrett, New West in the house. Excellent. It's great to see you. I suppose the name of the town is New West, or if you are new, have we had this conversation before? If you're new, welcome. If your town is called New West, then good for you. Let's see. Jesse, you are so kind. This is my green. What is this called? This is my green Fruit of the Loom chingadera shirt. I buy these at Walmart for peanuts. They're so comfortable to wear. I love them. And when I find something that I like, I buy like 6 or 8 of the same color just so that I don't have to go shopping again. So everybody thinks I'm always wearing the same clothes, but I'm not. I really am not. Braxton, I'm sorry I missed you this weekend, but it's great to see you here. It's great to see you tuning in. And I hope you guys are doing well. I know that Braxton and Malachias, who have a wonderful Facebook page about their trials and adventures as a married or soon-to-be married couple, are trying to get paperwork to move back to the United States. They are fabulous friends, and it's great to see that you are here. So because today is Wednesday and Wednesday is for walking, we are going to keep our news a little bit short so that we can have time to enjoy the walk. So we might as well get started with the headlines. Well, I'm sure you've heard about this, or perhaps you've felt it, depending on where you are. Major disturbances in Mexico's electrical grid took place on Monday, affecting 23 states and 5.9 million users, and that included 36 Jalisco municipalities. Yesterday afternoon, Governor Alfaro indicated that although the state of Jalisco had not been officially notified of subsequent interruptions, one was apparently scheduled to take place at random intervals last night between 6 and 11 p.m. I personally did not feel a thing, and later on, I went on and found out that Puerto Vallarta was spared from these scheduled interruptions in the electrical service. Why are we having interruptions in the electrical service? It's difficult to explain, but the simplest way to look at it, and I learned this from the president of our country, he said that in order for Mexico to produce electrical energy, we rely on natural gas that is imported from Texas. Well, guess what? Texas is going through a really rough, cold period. So the natural gas that is needed to create electricity in Mexico did not make it from Texas. It was probably diverted because of their own emergency. And this is what happened. This is the reason why we had these shortages. But again, we didn't have any shortages in Puerto Vallarta, and hopefully we will not have any shortages moving forward. Continuing with the headlines, let me tell you that according to this article published by Informador, we are not entirely sure of how long protection against COVID lasts after taking the AstraZeneca vaccine. But what we do know as a fact is that the second dose of the vaccine has to be taken within 2 months. According to Jalisco Secretary of Health, Fernando Peterson, this vaccine has a longer period of wait for its second dose. However, we'll be trying, he said, they'll be trying to shorten the time for the second shot as we continue to receive vaccines from the federal government. And this is pretty much what we know. As you know, it is now possible to pre-register to receive the vaccine. And I actually logged onto the website yesterday and had no problems getting in, although I'm not over 60 or 60 years or older. I'm still not eligible for the vaccine, but I had no problem getting into the website yesterday. So if you have tried getting onto the official website and you are not being successful, I suggest that you try again. I'm going to put the website address here on the screen so that you can see it. And let me take a look at any comments you may have at this point before we move on to the weather and such. Biringam boom 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 boom. Let's see. Do I walk alone, or are novices invited to join me? Well, Scott, I usually walk alone because I usually walk alone. I don't like pre-schedule the walks. But if somebody wanted to join me, I would certainly not say no. Of course, usually when I'm walking, I'm concerned about the camera and filming and pointing at the right direction and not, stepping on my own feet and falling with my equipment. But yeah, I mean, if anybody wanted to come walk with me one day, I can easily announce where I'm going. Although if I announce where I'm going, then Walking Wednesday would not be so much of a surprise. But if you'd like to walk with me, Scott, just drop me a line and we'll walk together. That would be fun. Let's see. Michael was wondering about the connection, and now we know it. Absolutely. And Jesse, I've heard that things are really challenging in Texas. My dear friend, who lives here in town, is in Texas conducting business, and she has been very, very frustrated because it's cold and the services are not there. And so I wish for things to come back to normal as soon as possible. Let's see. Boom, bada, bim, bam, bam. Oh, this is a good tip to know. Thank you very much, Carol. The Chrome browser did not work, but Safari did. So this is something that might help if you are trying to sign up for the vaccine. Let's see. Question, Paco: is it possible to organize YouTube by date? That would be a great question for YouTube. I know that when I look at the content on YouTube, I am able to sort by date. It's just a matter of getting familiar with the interface and figuring out how to do it. It's been the case. Some people have commented that if you go and look at the Coffee and Headlines videos, it starts with the very first one, and now that we have so many under the belt, is that the expression? We have published so many that you have to scroll all the way to the bottom of the page. But there are ways to change that the within the YouTube interface. I don't know if this one was addressed to me. Do I drink alone? Oh my goodness, I do. No, I'm just kidding. I drink my wine at home alone because I live with my kitty cat Luna, and she doesn't drink wine. But I drink with whomever wants to drink with me. I mean, drinking is fun. And if that was not for me, then I don't know who else is drinking alone. Don't drink alone. Let's see. La-da-dee-da-da. Do you know when we will be notified when our vaccine is available? I have registered and I am waiting to be notified. Diane, considering the fact that vaccination in Jalisco just started yesterday, I would not expect to be getting a phone call like now. Hopefully in a few days. Just be patient and stay put. And according to Diane, thank you very much. You can be either notified by email or by telephone. And that's also good to know. I never answer the phone myself when I don't know who's calling. If I don't recognize the number, I don't answer the phone. So I've been thinking about this. You know, if I give them my cell number, I may have the ringer turned off. If I give him my home number, my landline, I haven't made a phone call on my landline over 2 years. I just never use it. It comes with my internet service. So this is an interesting point. Any more info on George Floyd's related arrest of couple in Miss Maloya? You know, Elizabeth, I haven't seen any more info, and because this does not affect Puerto Vallarta directly, I haven't actually pursued it. But if you look through the comments yesterday, somebody posted a link to a United States website that points to two suspects that were being looked for, and I am almost certain that they are the same individuals. And that brings us to a good point to switch over to the weather. Bam! The weather says I messed with Texas. Well, it certainly did. But here in Puerto Vallarta, it is 22 degrees Celsius, feels like 24. That would be 71 degrees Fahrenheit. We have a high amount of humidity today, 75%. And the weather forecast tells us that it's going to be clear through the day with a high temperature of 25, low temperature 15. Tomorrow, it'll be clear through the day again, high temperature 25, low temperature 14. And Friday, clear again, high temperature 27, low temperature 17. All around fantastic weather to enjoy here in Puerto Vallarta. And now, let me see. I have some excellent news that I picked up just this morning, and this has to do with the fact that 3 Puerto Vallarta municipal markets are slated to receive some TLC. According to this news item from Noticias PV, almost 3 million pesos have been set aside for the 3 markets to undergo remodeling and improvements here in Puerto Vallarta. That would be the Cinco de Diciembre market, which is the fish market, which we haven't visited, but it's definitely a walking tour that I want to do. It also includes the Emiliano Zapata Municipal Market and the Municipal Market by the Rio Cuale. So it is good to know that these 3 markets are scheduled to get some TLC. Puerto Vallarta's council was scheduled to meet this morning at 8:30 a.m. to approve the expenditure, which comes from a budget from both state and municipal sources. So, yay! I don't know exactly when this is going to happen, but it is good to know that it is going to happen. And I want to tell you about this gal that I met yesterday. Her name is Diana Encinas Evans. Up until 15 days ago, or a little longer than that, she was living a happy life in Guadalajara, retired from work, having raised a family, and having just relocated to Puerto Vallarta. What brought her here? Well, you'd have to travel back in time to 1988 when Mexico participated in the Calgary Winter Olympics for the first time in the event. So if you and she Diana became the first Mexican ice skater to ever participate, and she became a champion. She was the first ice skating champion from Mexico, and now she came to live in Puerto Vallarta. If you put things together and add things up, you're probably wondering, well, why am I meeting an ice skater that just relocated to Puerto Vallarta? Then you have probably just guessed where I went walking yesterday. I went to go find the brand new ice skating rink that we have here in Puerto Vallarta. So I'm going to take you on a walk so that you can take a look at it. And if you're careful, you will find halfway through the broadcast how I blundered the most exquisite Spanglish word. If you find it, you will not win anything. If you don't find it, you will not win anything. So let's go for a walk.
Hello again.
Hello.
It's great to see you. Today, I am headed to the brand new ice skating rink that has been announced here in Puerto Vallarta. It is located behind the old La Mega, which is now a Soriana here in the hotel zone. You probably wouldn't recognize it from back here, but it is right over there behind that stone wall. And we are going to go find this new ice skating rink that has been announced. And I'm intrigued about it, not so much because of the ice skating. I must confess, I did a fair amount of ice skating when I lived in New England, but I'm intrigued because from the photos that I have seen, they also offer like beach food and places to sit and so forth and so on. And when you think about it, if you want to be taken care of at the beach here in Puerto Vallarta, you need to go to Playa Los Muertos. And Playa Los Muertos is all the way on the other side of town. It may not be the best place to do it. So just to get a sense as to where we are, I am going to show you in a second the back of the mega store, which is now called Soriana. Hold on just a moment. See here, if you look at this photo, we are looking at the parking lot of the mega store, which is now called Soriana. And I'm going to see what this is all about. Now, we're reaching this part of town where there's really not much going on. This piece of land that we're going to enter has been traditionally used for large buses. A place to park large buses. Occasionally there's a circus back here. But now we're going to go see what the ice skating scene is all about and what other services they offer.
And I love my new hat. 80 pesos. Yes.
Hola, buenas tardes. Vengo a conocer, ¿puedo pasar?
Pásale.
Muchas gracias.
Hay que pasar ahí por donde está poniendo el azul para que se ponga tantito gel. El toldo azul.
Ok, muchas gracias.
Ahí le da la indicación por de qué lado puede pasar.
Okay, gracias. Okay, I've just been instructed to head my way to this blue canopy where I will be told where we are supposed to go.
Mexican bureaucracy at its best. I want to hear more about that, Bob, because this was the first time that I came here.
Buenas tardes. Vengo a hacer reportaje de la nueva pista de hielos. ¿Puedo pasar?
Pase por aquí, por favor.
¿Por a dónde?
Sí, por aquí. ¿Gusta hacer gel?
Por aquí. No, muchas gracias.
Ándale, pues. Pase, por favor.
Ok. ¿Para allá?
Sí.
Ok, gracias. Okay, so I think I don't quite understand what's going on here because there's a lot of little places and tents that seem to be selling different things. I've just been told to come this way. There's all kinds of eateries. I don't know if they're always here. And of course, there's those buildings behind. Take a look. That have been there for the longest time, not being in use. And
Yes, it is, Bev.
we're going to go see what's going on here. ¿Qué tal? Buenas tardes.
Bienvenido.
Gracias. So check this out. There is an ice skating rink in Puerto Vallarta.
And people are out skating in shorts?
This is quite amazing, if you ask me. Now, of course, I don't know that I'm going to get onto this place to sit. I'm going to get to the other side to try to get some information about the place. And here we go. I'm going to inquire in Spanish and then I'm going to translate. Hola, buenas tardes. ¿Cómo están? Estoy haciendo reportaje para ver de qué se trata y todo eso. ¿Cómo funciona? ¿Qué está pasando? Hola.
Hola, buenas tardes.
Buenas tardes. ¿Cómo te llamas?
Yo soy Diana Encinas Evans.
Diana, can we conversate in English?
Of course we can.
Okay. So this is Diana. She is standing next to me. You've got your skates on, so you seem to know what's going on. What's going on?
Yes, we are opening up an ice rink and we're having a really good time here on the ice on the beach in Puerto Vallarta. We have a dream come true that we have an ice rink actually at the beach. You're looking at the ocean. You open up the curtains on this side, you see the jungle. And we're having a lot of fun on the ice.
Pink
Come and
ice
skate with
skates.
us.
That's the general idea. So, if I wanted to come and skate, how much does it cost or how does it work?
We are open from 9 in the morning to 11 o'clock at night, and it costs 80 pesos for a half an hour, 150 pesos for an hour, and for just 50 pesos more, you can have an instructor help you get off the rail and teach you some basic techniques so that you can get off and start skating on your own.
What about the rental of the ice skates?
That is including with the rental.
Oh, wow.
Yes.
It's-
And if you have your own skates, I think it's 120 an hour.
What about the beach services? Can I go and take a look?
You can come skate. You can go out to our beach club. There's a wonderful restaurant with some Mexican ladies cooking wonderful food. And we've got the beach chairs where you can sit out and take some sun and have some drinks.
Awesome. Do you
And
mind
then we
if-
also have a market out front where you can eat lots of good food from the locals that are at the market.
Oh, that's great. I've just had a couple of cocktails. Can you tell?
Very
No.
good. So he's feeling relaxed.
I am feeling relaxed. So, the eateries that are just outside of here, the ice skating rink, they're always here every day of the week, or we got lucky today, or how does that work?
I believe that they're here every day. I just started teaching skating here, so I'm not really sure how the market works. But they've been here every day, and mostly at night, everybody comes out and has some chicken wings or some good tacos and hamburgers or shrimp burritos. There's wonderful food, coffee, cakes, desserts, crepes from a real French girl that is cooking crepes over here. They're wonderful. And then you can come in and skate, and we have we have classes, we have instructors, we have people telling you how to hold your weight, and so you can be able to skate with us. And then you can go out to the beach club and have some more drinks and enjoy the scenery.
Well, that's exactly what I intend to do. I want to go check out the beach club, but I really thank you so much for sharing this information with us.
You're welcome.
I hope that a lot of the people that are watching us on Coffee and Headlines, which is my daily broadcast, will come and take a look and enjoy this new facility.
Awesome. Well, let me tell you a little bit about myself so that you'll have a bit more confidence to come in and learn how to skate.
Go for it.
I was the first woman to ever represent Mexico in the Winter Olympics in 1988.
Wow.
I was national champion for 1986 and 1987. And then I taught ice skating for 18 years in Guadalajara, Mexico. And then I got married and had 4 kids and became a mom the whole entire time, and retired for 17 years. And then they opened this fantastic rink and made my dreams come true of coming back onto the ice and helping people skate and do what I love to do, which is teaching you guys how to do things on the ice.
And how long have you been living in Puerto Vallarta?
3 weeks. I moved here from Guadalajara.
For the job.
For the job.
And what about your family?
My family is still in Guadalajara. Hi, Mom. And, but hopefully they'll be coming back and forth, and I'll be going back and forth.
Well, I cannot thank you enough for all this information. It's good to know that whoever wants to come and do the ice skating is going to be en buenas manos.
Correcto.
In good hands. I'm going to go check out the
beach club. You're going to love it.
And I'll come back.
Have a mojito for me.
Muchísimas gracias.
De nada. Buen
Ciao,
día.
ciao. Wasn't that fun, you guys? So it's not expensive at all. And look at all these people. Before I go outside, I want you to check out some of the people that are having fun. I'm going to get up on this platform, and there are people learning how to dance together. And there are these kids. If they're local kids, they probably have never experienced ice skating. And how fun is that? Just totally, totally fun. Now, there's a beach club, and that's the part. I'm going to be selfish and let you know that the whole idea of ice skating is not necessarily for me. I want to see if I can comfortably enjoy the beach on this side of town. So we're going to check out what's going on.
Yes, I'm looking for cocktails.
So you can see this part of town has never been really promoted as a place to go to the beach again, because this space is usually used for temporary events like circus or buses that are parking here and whatnot. But we're going to get our bearings and find out what kind of beach lounging options we have. And I see a booze station on the left, so that's going to be my first stop. Bomboncito. Bomboncito.
¿Qué tal, amigo?
¿Cómo estamos?
¿Todo bien?
¿Aquí qué onda? ¿Esto es parte del beach club de allá o...?
No, esto ya estaba desde antes.
Ajá.
Se llama Flamingos Beach.
Flamingos Beach.
Es un bar en la playa, nada más, vendemos puras bebidas.
Ok. ¿Y si uno quiere comer algo?
Bueno, el restaurante al lado no vende comida y nosotros le podemos dar el menú de su restaurante y se lo traen aquí.
Ah, perfecto.
Son mariscos.
Ok, entonces voy a explorar y ahorita regreso.
Muy bien, amigo.
Okay, so I've just learned that this bar has been here for a while, and this is Flamingos Beach. So you get the cocktails from here, and you have this place to hang out. It's nothing fancy, but you know, if you don't want to go all the way to Los Muertos Beach, you can come and hang out here. And then there's a restaurant next door, and we're going to go find out what the restaurant is all about. But first, let me walk all the way out to the ocean so you can get a sense as to where we are. It is a cloudy day this afternoon here in Puerto Vallarta. And if I look to the left, you can see all of the hotel zone and the downtown area and a little bit of Emiliano Zapata. Let me take a photograph with my camera so you can better appreciate that. There you go. And right here you can see this monstrosity of a building which has not been worked on forever. And then if we look at the other side, of course we see the beginning of the hotel zone where we have all these other hotels. But as I mentioned, for the rest of us, if you want a beach experience around here and you're not staying at one of the hotels, you are quite limited. So let me check as to what they offer at this restaurant. I'm going to check out the menu, and the bartender was very clear to let me know that if you want to order from the restaurant, they can coordinate that for you and bring you the food. So here we are, and let's go explore. This restaurant has probably also been here for some time, and let me see if I can find somebody that can give me information. There's a sign here that says that they have coffee and chocolate, which is nice to know. Hola, buenas tardes. ¿Cómo le va? Ya se va, ¿verdad? Okay.
Whatever.
Okay, she's gone. She was in a hurry. And maybe we have to come over here.
I was like, okay.
There's another sign that they have coffee and chocolate. Maybe it's the big thing to do here. Let me find out. Buenas tardes. ¿Cómo le va?
Bien.
Oiga, ¿qué sirven de comida?
Mariscos.
Mariscos. ¿Tiene un menú para ver?
Sí, en la barra te lo prestan.
Ah, en la barra, allá.
¿De qué lado vive?
Ah, allá. Okay, gracias. Okay, so this is a seafood place, and they've directed me over here.
Where I started.
Let me see what we've got. Buenas tardes otra vez. ¿Puedo ver su menú? ¿Es este que está aquí?
Sí.
Okay, gracias. Okay, so this is called Flamingo's Restaurant Bar Beach Club. And there's all kinds of cocktails. My goodness, lots of cocktails. But I'm looking at their food, and they have all kinds of seafood food. But then they also have quesadillas and other things that you may want to order if you don't want to order seafood. Let me find out the difference between ordering drinks here and ordering drinks at the other place. Oiga, amiga, ¿cuál es la diferencia entre ordenar bebidas aquí y ordenar bebidas allá?
Es diferente barra.
Es diferente barra. Entonces, ¿podemos ordenar aquí
¿Alimentos?
alimentos y bebidas y nos podemos sentar allá o no se puede?
Es diferente barra.
Es diferente.
Sí, pero es la misma cocina.
Es la misma cocina. Ah, okay. Okay, muchas gracias. Okay, folks, so I've now learned that what goes on here is there are two different bars that are using the same kitchen. So that's a little bit confusing to me, but the bottom line is there is this cute little place where one can actually come and hang out here and enjoy the beach and be fed and be served alcohol or non-alcoholic beverages. And the beautiful thing is that one doesn't have to go all the way to Los Muertos Beach to enjoy that. Now, I'm intrigued by that stuff over there, and I can't quite tell what that is, so we're going to go all the way over there and take a look, as long as we're here. These pink tents that I see in front of me, these are massage tents. And again, I would imagine this is an independent service. There's another massage tent operation going on this side. And I see some horses, so maybe one can even arrange for a horseback ride while one is sitting here. El día de hoy no, amiga, pero nada más ando explorando. Gracias. Ok, muchísimas gracias.
Gracias.
So this, I just got a card from the pink massage ladies. 400 pesos an hour. Okay, so now, as I approach this side, this is obviously part of the hotel. So we're not going to concern ourselves with what's going on over there. But check out these beautiful horses. ¿Qué hacen, amigo? ¿Paseos por la playa o qué?
Por la playa, patrón.
Ah, qué buena onda. Ay, qué bonito. Muchísimas gracias. So there you have it. As you can see, if you're staying in a hotel, there's all kinds of services for you. But for the rest of us that live here, you know, we get to do this Mexican style on our own little makeshift place, which is fine. And of course, we have the pink massage ladies versus the blue massage ladies. Blue massage ladies call themselves Masaje Paola. And that's cool. So there you have it. Right behind the supermarket, we have all this stuff going on. Again, I don't know how temporary or how permanent this is or is going to be. Look at these structures that are being built here. We don't know if this is part of a special party or they're going to be added to the facilities here. But now you know. Now you know what to expect if you want to have some time ice skating or simply hanging out by the beach. You don't have to go all the way to the other part of town. And let us take another quick walk through the ice skating rink just to be on our merry way. And this will conclude our little walkthrough for today.
And I'll explain some things after the broadcast. After the tour.
Hasta pronto. Con permiso. Okay, so that was that. Hola, ¿qué tal? Oiga, ¿están aquí todos los días o nada más en ciertos días de la semana?
Todos los días.
Ah, muy bien, muchas gracias. Okay. Gracias. So there you have it. This is a whole little new find because they are, let me get out of the zone.
Hello,
Okay.
skater. Yes.
Now I've left the grounds. So in short, we have a series of vendors that set up shop here on a daily basis. We have the beach experience, we have the ice skating experience, and we have yet another place for those of us that are not necessarily living in Emiliano Zapata. We have another option to come and enjoy ourselves. And that's the end of our walk today. I hope you're intrigued. I hope you were amused. And I hope to see you soon. Ciao.
The cute skater looked like a bomboncito. Oh, absolutely, he did. So that was that. So something. Hold on, just a second. Oh, excuse me. That was better than sex. I needed to cough. So some things were unexpected, but that's okay. I somehow was under the impression that the whole ice skating rink included the beach club experience, but in reality, I came to realize that there have been that eatery has been there for some time, I'm sure, and the bar has been there for some time. So these businesses are coexisting with one another. The market section at the entrance, clearly they made me zigzag through it so that I could go and see what they were selling. So I don't know if this is a new market adventure, or maybe they have found that they do most of their sales later on in the day. I caught that remark from the ice skater instructor, Diana. She said, that later on in the day and during the evening, there are a lot of eateries and lots of chingaderas to choose from. So it is quite possible, I'm mostly a daytime beach goer, but it is quite possible that this whole section of town or this particular location becomes like a little party place where you can grab a bite at night and you can go ice skating and you can lounge at the beach during the evening. But at the very least, it is nice to know that for those of us that live on this side of town, if you want to go to the beach and you don't want to go all the way down to Emiliano Zapata, listen to me say all the way down to Emiliano Zapata. It's only 20 minutes south. But still, the nice thing about this beach and this ice skating rink is that for all of us that live here in the hotel zone, Versalles, so forth and so on, we can walk directly to the facility. So that was very much it. That was pretty much it. I know that I'm going to be going back, even though the experience with the ladies at the seafood restaurant was a little weird. I still want to go back and I still want to see what the prices are like. And I still want to see what it's like to go and hang out at that part of the beach. Some people asked about swimming. I would imagine that swimming is possible at some times, and at some times the ocean might just be a little bit too unfriendly. But it's just a matter of checking it out, and that's exactly what we went to do yesterday, and that was pretty much what we have scheduled for today. So, as always, it is such a pleasure to hang out with you guys. It's such a pleasure to go out and walk and check out what's available out there. If you have enjoyed today's broadcast, if you've learned something new, if you've been inspired, consider this website, which is where and how you can support our channel so that we can continue doing all these activities and bringing you great places to explore in Puerto Vallarta, and news and all kinds of things that can help us better connect with our city. As always, stay kind, stay happy. Oh, what a nice remark. Well, Michael, it is what we should do. It's something that I derive a lot of pleasure out of being polite and kind to people out there. Sometimes I'm in a bad mood, and it's not always a good time to run into me. But I'm sure we all have good days and bad days. But the bottom line is, it is so nice to be kind to the people that we meet on the street, because more often than not, they're kind back. And I always feel that is a good way to go. So stay kind, stay happy, stay skating, and stay in touch. And hopefully we'll get together soon again, maybe, hopefully tomorrow. Have a great day.